I just built this AI system that pumps out lo-fi YouTube videos every hour on autopilot. It's all drag and drop with AI handling the rest. No coding needed, it's super simple. And if you haven't seen these kinds of videos, they're blowing up with millions of views and subscribers. It's basically a chill beat paired with a looping video of a cozy, relaxing vibe. Like this one. These videos are super popular. People watch them all the time, especially while working or studying. And the best part? You can have these videos generating on their own, non-stop. That's how insane this automation is. It generates the videos ideas plus the prompts for the music, thumbnail and animations. Then it uploads these videos to YouTube, hourly, daily or however you want. And this is one of the study music videos it generated. As you can see, the automation does everything. Creating, looping, editing and even publishing these videos. There are tons of channels out there with this kind of videos. Just search Lofi for work, Lofi for studying or Lofi for sleep. These channels often get pushed hard by the algorithm. You've probably seen them pop up in your own feed. One of the biggest channels, Lo-Fi Girl, has 2.3 billion views. And yes, it's monetized. So ads run before and during the video. That means the creator earns money for every view. YouTube uses something called CPM, cost per 1,000 views, to calculate the earnings. If we assume a CPM of $1.50, that's about 3.4 million in total. In just the last 30 days, Lo-Fi Girl had 26 million views. That's roughly $39,000 in just 1 month. And that's just the YouTube ad revenue. Most of these channels make also money from affiliate links, merch and other income streams. So why is this such a big deal right now? Because thanks to AI you can create videos like this without any tech skills or experience. If you can copy, paste and click, you're good to go. In this step-by-step tutorial I show you how to make the exact same kind of videos, fully automated and on autopilot. Watch till the end to grab all exact prompts you need to create any lo-fi video you want. And don't worry if you're new. It's all drag and drop, no code, super easy. The song ideas come straight from ChatGPT, super simple. The animation might seem a little tricky, but we use two simple tools to make it effortless. For the lo-fi music we will generate unique tracks using an AI tool. So no one else has the same sound. And finally our automation will put it all together. The sound and animation fully on autopilot. And even post it on YouTube. Now is the perfect time to dive into AI automation. The demand is exploding everywhere. Saves you lots of time and plays well with any field. Even beginners can use it to get a massive edge. Before we jump into the tutorial, open the instructions you can find in the description box below. It will help you to follow along and easy to copy and paste all the prompts, which you can tweak later for your own niche. I also included the full automation blueprint inside the community. Import it in the no-code automation tool we will be using, and it will instantly set up the whole workflow for you without any manual work. So you can directly tweak it to your own needs.
Alright, let's get started to build this automation. First, make sure to open up the instructions you can find in my community to follow along. Next, we go to n8n and create here an account if we don't have one yet, or click sign in. Once signed in, you should see this dashboard. Here you click create workflow. The first step we add to our automation is a trigger that kicks off our whole automation. In this case, we choose on schedule since we want to run this automation every day. Under trigger interval, we choose days, and days between triggers, we choose 1 and click back to canvas. Next, let's give our automation name like Lo-Fi Automation. The next step in our automation is to create a song. But before we can do that, we need a prompt to guide the song creation. To manage that, we are using a Google Sheets document that already contains pre-written song prompts waiting to be processed. Here, waiting to process. These songs can be easily generated using ChatGPT. Simply run this prompt here in ChatGPT. Here you can specify how many variations you want and click enter. Once ChatGPT is finished, we have many different song prompts that we can easily download. Then we can simply copy and paste the song prompts in our Google Sheets document. But you don't have to do it for now. You can simply click File and make a copy. This ensures that this Google Sheets document is in your Google account. This is important because you need to connect your Google account with n8n to access this document. To do that, we go back to n8n and click here the plus icon and search for Google Sheets. And then we select under Actions, Get Rows. First, we need to set up our credentials. For that, we click Create New Credentials and click Sign in with Google. Once you connected your Google account successfully, you should see the message Account Connected. We close this. Resource and operation we can leave as it is. And a document we choose by URL and copy the URL from the Google Sheets document here and select under Sheet Song Prompts. Since we only want to process songs that are waiting to be processed, we click here Add Filter and under column we choose Status and for value we choose Waiting to Process. Waiting to process. Then we scroll down here and click under Options, Add Option and select Return Only First Matching Row. This ensures that with every run we only process one prompt and activate it here. Then we can click Execute Step. We see the execution was successful since we have here a check mark and we received exactly one item with this prompt that has a status Waiting to Process. Now let's give this node a name like Get Song Prompt and click Go Back to Canvas. Once our automation got the prompt, we want to make sure that the status of this prompt is changed to processing. For that we click again the plus icon here, look for Google Sheets and select Update Row in Sheet. Under Document we select by URL, copy the URL here. Under Sheet we select Song Prompt. Then we scroll down here and select under Column to Match Prompt. And now we are just drag and dropping this prompt here. This ensures that we are selecting the correct row with this prompt and we change the status to Processing. And click Execute Step. When we check now our Google Sheets document, we see that the status changed to Processing. Let's go back to n8n and give this node the name Update Status and click Go Back to Canvas. We are now ready to generate our Lofi song. For that we click the plus icon, type in HTTP, select HTTP request. Here we click Import curl, go to our instructions and copy this snippet under Create Music here and click Import. Now we scroll down here and under API key we have to set up our API key. For that we go back to the instruction, go to PyIPE and click Sign Up Login. If you don't have a GitHub account yet, just create one and then log in here. Once you're logged in, you click here Workspace and scroll down to Settings and API Keys. Here you type in any name like n8n and click Create New Key. Then we can simply copy this key by clicking this icon, go back to n8n and paste it here. Then we continue scrolling down here and under JSON we click Expression and click this little icon here. Here we need to remove your music prompt here and drag and drop our actual music prompt here. Then we close it and click Execute Step. If everything worked fine, you should see a check mark here and the code 200. Next we click here this little pin icon that makes sure that we don't have to rerun this step when we test the workflow. This is important because this step costs money to generate. Last thing is, let's rename this node to Create Music and let's go back to Canvas. We just sent a job to the API service that's now creating the music. The next step we have to do is to check if the song is ready. For that we click again the plus icon here, type in HTTP, select HTTP request. Then we go to our instructions again and copy this code under Get Music and click Import curl, paste it here and click Import. Under URL, click Expression, remove the music task ID here and drag and drop the task ID that you can find under Create Music here. Then scroll down here and paste the same API key we just got from PyIPE and paste it here. Then click execute step. And like you can see, our generation of the music is completed and the status is completed. When we scroll down here on the right, we see the complete output of the API. Song path, you can find this URL. When we open it, we will hear the song. Like you can see, we got already our Lofi song. Let's rename this node to get music and go back to Canvas. Make sure to always click save. Since the generation of the music sometimes takes some time and is not always ready, we want to make sure that we continue our workflow only when it's ready. For that, we click the plus icon and select if route here. Here we drag and drop status and make sure we only continue when the status is completed. Let's click execute step. And like you can see, now we're in the true branch. Let's give it a name like is music ready and go back to Canvas. When the music is not ready, we want to wait. For that, we select the wait node and give it like some time, like 20 seconds. Click go back to Canvas. Once we waited 20 seconds, we want to recheck if the music is ready. This means this loop will go on until the music is ready. Once our song is ready, we just need the animation for it. For that, we first generate an image with ChatGPT. Then we use the image to video service to create the animation. So once the music is ready, so it's true, we create our image with ChatGPT. For that, we again select HTTP request, go to our instructions, and copy the snippet under image generation, and click here import curl, paste it here, and click import. Here we scroll down until we see OpenAI API key. To get the OpenAI API key, we go to platform.openai.com. If you don't have an OpenAI account, sign up and add some credits like $5 or $10. Or if you have an account already, click login. Once you're logged in, click settings here and go to API keys and create a new secret key. Let's call it Lofi automation. Select the project and click create secret. Copy it, go back to n8n and replace this one with the actual API key. Then we scroll down here and under prompt, value, click expression. Then click this little icon here. And here's basically already a prompt that says, based on the description of my Lofi song below, create a high quality 60:9 cover image, blah, blah, blah. So basically it creates an image based on the song prompt we just drag and drop here. Then we close it and click execute step. This will now take a while. We wait. Once the image is generated successful, you should see here check mark. Also should say here that you can show the image. Let's rename this node to image generation. Now let's go back to Canvas. For n8n to be able to read this image, we click the plus icon and type in convert to file and select this node. Here we select move base 64 string to file and simply drag and drop the element with b64 JSON here and click execute step. When everything worked fine, you should be able to click now view and see the image. Now let's go back to Canvas. For the image to video API to work, we need to provide this file. So we need to upload it somewhere. For that, we will use Google Drive. So we click here the plus icon, type in Google Drive and select this node. Here we select upload file. First, add your credentials by clicking create new credentials. Now you need to fill out the client ID and client secret. I covered that in another video. It's linked in the description box below. Simply paste the client ID and client secret here, click save, and then you can simply sign in with Google. When everything worked fine, you should see account connected. Let's close this window. Resource, operation, and input data field, we can leave it as it is. And under file name, we go to schema, image generation, and use created timestamp as the image name and type .png. Go down here, leave parent drive as it is, and under parent folder, you select by URL. Go to googledrive.google.com and select any folder you like. Copy the URL here and paste it here. And click execute step. When everything was successful, you should see here a check mark. And when you go back to the Google Drive folder, you should see a new image appearing. Let's go back to n8n and give it the name upload thumbnail. And go back to Canvas. Since we need to provide this image to the next service, we need to make sure that this file is publicly available. Because currently only you have access to it with your Google account. To make it publicly available, we need to press the plus icon here, search for Google Drive, and select Share File. You can leave here everything as it is, and in the file you select by URL, and choose here from the left side under Upload Thumbnail, Web View Link. And the last thing you have to do is to click Add Permission, select the role, reader, and type anyone. When we click now Execute Step, our file is publicly available. So everybody with this URL will be able to access this file. Let's change the name to Share Thumbnail. And let's go back to Canvas. Now we are ready to create from the image a video. For that we click the plus icon, type in HTTP and select HTTP request. We'll go to our instructions and here under image to video we copy this snippet. Click import curl, paste it here and click import. We are using again PyAPI. Here you have to again replace your API key here and scroll down to JSON and click expression. And here you simply have to remove image URL. With the actual image URL you can find under upload thumbnail and web content link. Rename this node, generate video, and click execute step. Here also make sure to pin this data so you don't have to re-execute this step when testing. And let's go back to Canvas. Now we have to get the video like we did with the music. For that we click again the plus icon, type in HTTP request, go to our instructions, scroll down to get video, copy it, paste it here, click expression here, remove task ID, take the task ID from generate video, scroll down here, replace the API key and click execute step. Currently the status is still pending. We go back to Canvas, click the plus icon, type in if, drag and drop the status, make sure we continue only when it's completed and click execute step. Since the status is still pending, we see it's under the false branch. Let's go back to Canvas and wait. And connect it to the HTTP request node that is for the video. Let's rename it, get video, and click save. After we waited some time, we click again the get video node and click execute step. You should see then status completed. Let's go back to Canvas, click the if node, click execute step, and we are now under the to branch. So we can continue. Let's go back to Canvas. The video we also need to upload to Google Drive. But first we need to download it. For that we click HTTP request, then we go to get video, scroll down here to video URL and paste it here. Then click execute step. And here you should see now the video if you click view. Perfect. Let's go back to Canvas. We need now also to upload to Google Drive. For that we just copy and paste these two nodes and connect it with this one. Then we double click on this one, rename it to upload video, scroll down here and change this to MP4 and click execute step. If everything worked fine, you should see a check mark here. And when you go now to your Google Drive folder, you should see the new video here. Click back to Canvas, double click on it, rename it, share video, and click execute step. Perfect, that's it. We go back to Canvas. Amazing, we now have the Lofi music and the video. We just need to combine them both. For that we are using a service called JSON to Video. You can find the URL here. Just click on it and create your account by clicking Get Your API Key. Once you're logged in, you can also find your API key under API Keys. It is here. Now let's go back to our instructions and copy this whole part. Go back to n8n. Now we are ready to create the full video. We now click the plus icon, type in HTTP, select HTTP request, click import curl, paste here, click import. Now we scroll down here to API key, we replace it with our actual API key, and then scroll down, and under JSON, click expression, and this little icon. Here we have now to replace the video URL and the audio URL. The video URL you can find under get video, scroll down here till you see video URL, and just drag and drop it here. We do the same with audio. The audio you can find under get music, and then you scroll down till you see song path and simply drag and drop it here. Then we close this here, rename it create full video, and click execute step. Also here, make sure to click the pin icon so you don't have to re-execute it while testing. Now the full video is getting created, and we have now again to ask when the video is finished. For that we click again the plus icon here, type in HTTP, select HTTP request, go to our instruction, scroll down to get full video, copy this, click import curl, paste it here, click import. Under URL, click expression, remove the project ID here, and replace it with the actual project ID we received here. Scroll down, replace the API key with your actual one, and click execute step. Like you can see right now the status is running. Here we also need to wait till the video is finished. Let's rename this node real quick, get full video, and go back to canvas. We add again if node, drag and drop the status, and make sure we only continue when the status is done. Click execute step, and like you can see we're still currently waiting because the status is still running. Let's go back to canvas and add the wait step. And go back to canvas and connect after waiting again with the get full video node. This will loop until it's finished, and then we continue with this step. After some time, we click again get full video and click execute step. This time you should see the status done. What you can also find is this URL here, and when we open it, we see the complete outcome with a looping video. Let's go back to n8n and go back to canvas. Perfect, we just fully automated the Lofi video creation. The last step we have to do is to post it on YouTube. For that we are going to use a service called Blotato. But before we publish it, let's first update our Google Sheets document. Select update row and sheet. Under document, select by URL, copy and paste the URL here, and select the sheet. Under column to match, we select prompt. For prompt to match, we select here the get prompt and put the status to finish. Now we will provide the thumbnail and video URL you can find here. And click execute step. Great, it worked. Let's check our Google Sheets document. And like you can see, we see here the thumbnail and the video. Now let's go back to canvas. How do you exactly publish now on YouTube with Blotato? I showed my clipping automation video. You can find in the description box below. Check it out. I will now quickly execute the steps. Here we also need an API key. For that, go to the instructions and open Blotato. Sign up if you haven't, or click login. Simply go to settings. Here connect your YouTube account by simply clicking login with YouTube, and copy this API key and paste it here. Then continue scrolling down. Under value, select expression, remove video URL, and replace it with the actual video URL you can find here. And click execute step. If everything worked fine, you should see a check mark here. Go back to canvas, and now we are ready to publish to YouTube. Click again the plus icon here, search for HTTP request, go to our instructions, and copy this snippet. And click import curl and click import. Here we scroll down and replace our actual API key, then continue scrolling. Under JSON, click expression, click this little icon. Now we have to replace our account ID with our actual account ID. For that, head over to Blotato and click copy account ID. Go back and paste it here. And the last step you have to do is to replace your media URL with this one we just received from Blotato in the previous node. Close it and click execute step. Great! it worked. Let's go back to Canvas and save our workflow. We just completed our complete workflow for our Lofi automation. By the way, if you don't want to build this whole thing out, simply go to Overview, go to Create Workflow, go to the Community tab, and download this Lofi AI automation. Then go back to n8n, click the three dots here, and click Import from File, and then simply import this file. And that's it, you're good to go. When we go now to YouTube and click on YouTube Studio, then go under Content, we should see now our pre-scheduled Lofi videos. We just need to replace the title, description, thumbnail, and set the visibility to public. For you to monetize on YouTube, you have to select here Earn, scroll down here, and then make sure that you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Once you get that, you can monetize it. Other things you can do to monetize this whole thing, you can get Amazon links that match your niche, or looking for cooperations with companies in the same niche.